tune's called Studio Tan, and that basically explains exactly what I'm saying. Like, I always have a studio tan because I'm always in the studio. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You are. I've seen you. You're non-stop, Spooka.
OMG, stay true to the fam. In the booth, you can't do what I can. Yeah, I live in the studio, man. In the summer or the winter, got the studio tan. OMG, stay true to the fam. In the booth, you can't do what I can. Yeah, I live in the studio, man. In the summer or the winter, got the studio tan. I've got the studio tan. I've got the studio tan.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're listening to. This is That's Your Opinion with Tez and Chris. Hope everyone's great today. And we've got a very special guest. We've got my man Spooka and obviously Tez. So how's everyone doing? We'll start. Tez, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. A bit weirded out, but otherwise, apart from that, I'm pretty good.
I'm sure we'll cover that maybe briefly about why you're weirded out. We did speak off air about that, and it's quite hilarious, to be honest. Anyway, we'll get into that. And obviously, we've got our guest, Spooka. Spooka, what's happening, bruv?
Yo, what's happening, bruv? You cool, yeah?
Good. It's good to have you on.
How you doing, Tez?
I'm good.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, good. Glad to be back, bro. Glad to be back. Thank you for having me, man.
You're always welcome, mate. You're always welcome. Well, Spooka,
Respect, man.
We're going to have a chat with Spooka. If you don't know who he is, trust me, you're going to find out who he is. And we're going to go through, how he's got on during, how you got on, Spooka, during the lockdown, your music, who you are, what's the story, where we can hear your music, what's coming up with your music, and a couple of bits and bobs in between, no doubt. So you cool with that? Yeah?
Yeah, of course, man. No worries. It's all good, man.
And Tez, you've got a couple of bits and bobs you want to throw in, I would imagine.
I'll just give you a heads up. It'll be some questions about spoken word, if you know much about spoken word. So it's just kind of about that, about spoken word and joining that with the rap scene. But obviously we'll get more into that as we go a bit later on.
No worries.
All right, then. All right, let's get into it, without further ado and all that. So, Spooka, tell us a bit about yourself and the people, a bit about yourself, your music, who you are and what you're doing. Let's crack on.
Yeah, man. Obviously, Spooka, aka Spooka Sonic, been smashing, obviously, drum and bass, raves, jungle drum and bass raves for a very long time. I've been into it since I was a kid. Obviously, make a lot of other music as well, hip hop, grime, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, I've just recently, at the end of last year, I sort of released my own sort of like clothing. Do you know what I mean? And that's doing pretty well. And I'm sort of just pushing a lot of new music and the clothing at the moment. And yeah, man, it's just constantly working, man. Just always trying to create something new. And yeah, man.
That's fantastic, mate. So you had an album out. You was a guest on my show, Urban Vibes, a good few months ago. It was just before the lockdown, actually, and we was discussing your album, which is a banger, a cracker. To be fair,
respect, man. Thank you.
So we can listen to that on Spotify and stuff. Where can we listen to your music? And
I've got obviously, I've released a lot of my stuff on iTunes and obviously Spotify and all that. That's where the OMG album was dropped actually on my birthday last year. But in between that, since September last year and now, I've dropped loads and loads of singles, you know what I mean? Like loads of D&B sort of grimy ones. You can find all of that on the Spotify as well. Obviously, I'll send you a load of them. And obviously I've got my SoundCloud. I literally put a tune out, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 days ago, man. It wasn't even that long. The official release comes out on the 1st of August on Spotify, but I dropped it on my SoundCloud, Words of Weapons, a few days ago, featuring Big Boy MC, Traumatic, produced by my brother Apex. And man, I've got some good feedback on that, man. So yeah, Words of Weapons is out now. But like I said, I'm just always working, man, always making music. Like, obviously, I love it so much. I'm just always making music. Like, the tune I'm going to send you in a bit, like, basically, sort of signifies, just symbolizes exactly what I'm saying. The tune's called Studio Tan. And that basically explains exactly what I'm saying. Like, I always have a studio time because I'm always in the studio. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You are. I've seen you. You're non-stop, Spooka. I must say.
I am, man.
You know.
I love it so much. Do you know what I mean?
OMG, stay true to the fam. In the booth, you can't do what I can. Yeah, I live in the studio, man. In the summer or the winter, got the studio time. OMG, stay true to the fam. In the booth, you can't do what I can. Yeah, I live in the studio, man. In the summer or the winter, got the studio time.
That's good. So I just wanted to touch base about, you know, this last 3-4 months has been a bit crazy. You know, I don't want to go too into it because, you know, everyone's got an opinion on this madness. And I think it's, you know, I'm not going to go too much. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to isolate myself to the populace because, you know, I'll think a bit, you know, differently like you. But I'm not going to.
How do you know what I think? How do you know?
Well, I don't know what you think.
Post online.
Yeah, listen, I know you're not, you know, you're not going to be running around wearing a mask, are you?
Trust me, bro.
Right?
Yeah. Well, listen, quickly, I'll touch on it. Look, I don't mind touching on it, bro. Like, look, I'm an honest person, yeah. I'd say it how it is. The way I see it is, yeah, this world is full up with pollution. There's shit everywhere, yeah. There's absolute, excuse my language, there's a madness everywhere. You could not go anywhere without being poisoned by something, whether it's in the food, the air, whatever. It could be a virus, it could be the cars, it could be the metal with the factory around the corner, whatever it is, yeah. So you're always going to get ill. There's going to be something that's going to happen. So what you have to do as a human being is strengthen your immune system. That's all you have. That's all you have to do. Like, obviously, no one's He-Man. You can't fight everything forever, but you can like put up a really good fight against things if you strengthen your immune system. And that's another thing I'd like to touch on. Like, do you know what I mean? I've been doing a challenge all month. It's called the Celery Juice Challenge, and basically what it is 16 ounces of celery juice. You drink it, and you've got to drink it 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after food in the morning. And basically, the health benefits are amazing. Like, it's another interview to go into the full-on health benefits now, but there's books about it. There's like, it's real, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, if people was to start, not saying everyone needs to drink that, but people need to start looking at things that strengthen their immune system. And when an illness does come along, because it will one day, we're living on a planet like run by crazy people, do you know what I mean? Definitely. They create illnesses, they've told you about it. So what I'm saying is keep your immune system strong, stop worrying, and you'll be all right. Like, a lot of it's in the mental as well, do you know what I mean? All this worry will cause illness, do you know what I mean? Happy mind will not be ill. Like, come on, man, you got to research this stuff. It's not me saying it, like, I've researched this and it's real, man. So yeah, I didn't mean to go on a massive tangent, but that's what I have to say about that without going overly deep. Do you know what I mean?
Of course. But, you know, everyone's, you know, it's called That's Your Opinion podcast. And, you know, like I always say, they're like assholes. Everyone's got one. So yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So in this lockdown, this last 3-4 months, have you managed to, you know, has it helped you in a sense of, you know, finding a bit more about yourself and the people you're around and obviously more creative outlay to create more music?
Do you know what, right? That's the crazy thing. And I've had that question a lot. Like, oh man, have you been coping with lockdown and like that? And I'm like, bruv, like, it's been blessed. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously I was working, and because my son's off school, he's like, the schools are all locked down, and like, my missus is the actual key worker. I couldn't like go back to work. Do you know what I mean? So like, basically, I got the furlough thing. So I've just been looking after my son, like teaching him from home with all this stuff that they've got. So like, I've been spending more time with my son. Obviously, I've got all my studio set up, so I've been recording like as of when I want. Do you know what I mean? And it's made, like, I've been more creative in this last 4 months, I think, musically, than I probably have been in the last 5 years. And to be fair, I've been quite creative musically in the last 5 years. I've done a lot of but in the last 4 months, since this lockdown thing, man, I'm not even joking. I swear to God, I have wrote some of the best that I've ever wrote, and it's all going to start coming out soon. Like, I've got mad plans. Like I've been planning, like, I do a lot of meditating. Do you know what I mean? Even when I was at work, I do a lot of meditating. And since I've been at home more, I've been doing much more meditating, and that's another thing I stress to people. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're interested, get into meditation. Do you know what I mean? It's a big eye opener. Like, people think it's mad and it's crazy and it's like Shaolin monk or whatever it is. People like try and put it down and make a laughing stock of it. But I'm telling you, man,
fantastic.
Like, you want to find yourself, start meditating, man. Start hitting the celery juice, start meditating. And the thing is, like, you ask the universe for what you want and it comes back. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a clean heart, pure thoughts, do you know what I mean? Just tell the universe what you want. Like, tell yourself, when I say tell the universe, tell yourself, look in the mirror, tell yourself, like, whatever it is that sort of eggs you on to, like, create and manifest your goals and dreams or whatever it is. Like, and meditating is a big thing, I think, for that sort of stuff. Do it, man. And like I said, I've been doing that a lot more. And I've been coming up, like, obviously I ain't letting off everything today. I can't, because, like, do you know what I mean? But I have been creating a lot of ideas. So when lockdown, like, does end or whatever, like, I've just got a lot of things to put my energy into. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I think a lot of people have been like, they've took it and been like, oh, I've got to stay at home. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people sort of took it in a negative way. But when are you ever going to have this amount of time to do what you want? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I think it's sort of like make or break situation. You could have took it and just jammed and done nothing, which would have been cool. But me, myself, I sort of took it and I was like, nah, man, let me try this. And like I said, my thought process is thinking around Corona. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think life's going to be the same after this. It ain't the same. Like, you can't even go in a shop. Like, I was getting followed in shops anyway, but now I ain't got a mask, yeah? They're on me, bruv. So it's not the same anymore. So life is not going to be the same. So I think you have to adapt the way you're thinking around this Corona thing, because, like, it's a madness. Like, they're controlling people for real. Like, it's mad.
It'll be fantastic.
Sorry, I went on a big tangent. Sorry, bro.
No. It'll be fantastic. I'd love to hear a tune by you around the Corona and what you think. I think that would be a fucking banger.
Do you know?
Same thing, actually.
Yeah.
Bro, don't watch that. I've got bits and bobs, man. Don't watch that. The Corona Therapy Volume 1 will be out real soon. So, you know them ones. It's coming out, man.
Well, look, there's a little bit of a fly in the ointment. We were speaking off air, and you know, I don't like injustice, right? I hate it, and I will expose anyone who wants to try and pull a fast one. I hope you don't mind. Well, I know you don't mind because we spoke about it earlier on. Now, you know, there was an incident. That's what I'm saying. Do you want to let us know about all that? Because I was really confused.
Oh, what the incident we spoke about a minute ago? Yeah. Basically, listen. Yeah, look, right. Someone was messaging me, like, a couple of people messaging me about the incident. I was like, you shouldn't, just don't worry about the money. I was like, bro, I don't care about the money, man. I uploaded the video, because I wanted people to be aware that there's people out there stealing off artists, like going out of their way, setting up accounts to steal. So basically, that's the reason I made the video. But let me break it down. I wanted an animated video done, basically they approached me, give me a good price for the video. And I asked him to see an image or a video of like me, a video of me, so I'm going to know what I'm paying for, sort of thing. He sent me that, so I thought, right, the geezer's legit. Do you know what I mean? So I sent him half the money. That was it, half the money for the actual thing. Yeah. Obviously, time went by. He was longing me out. We had and then in the end, after a little bit of a disagreement, he said, basically, F you ain't getting your money. Sorry, you ain't getting no video until I get all my money. I was like, I can't give you no more money when I've not even seen a clip. I've seen like a picture of me. That ain't a clip of a video. Like, come on, man, what do you think this is? I don't know you, bear in mind. If it was me and you, I'd be like, no worries, bro. I trust you. I know you. I've never worked with this geezer before, and I don't know him. So obviously, that was what I said. And then, we had a bit of an argument. He told me, stick up your getting nothing. And I said to him, listen, bro, you can't do this to people. I will out you, like, online. I will fully put a status up, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, you can't, as if you're going to do that, trying to make out like I wouldn't do it. Like, like calling my bluff. I was like, bro, what's this? And then in 2 minutes, my whole Facebook was going mental. Like, there was like, like loads of people emailing me going, oh my God, I've messaged him. He shut down his account. An hour later, I had a new account. That account got shut. He was getting slewed. And then like for 2 or 3 days, he was just getting slewed. Do you know what I mean? So that was my whole point. I didn't care about the money. Obviously, I cared about the money. Like money's money, but I didn't do the video for the money. Like I'd done the video to make people aware. Just don't, like, I don't know, man. Maybe work with people you know, or work with someone who's been recommended. Do not work with strangers who, like, I don't know, man. You just got to be very careful. That's what I said in the video. Yeah. I feel dumb, bro, because I'm old enough to know better, man. Do you know what I mean? I really am. Like, this has happened to me before. It ain't the first time it's ever happened to me. And I should have known better. However, I did think it was funny, like, the way the video went out and how much he was getting, like, slewed online. It was bad, bro. So, well, yeah.
You know, look, at the end of the day, you suffer like my mum used to say, if you can't hear, you'll have to feel. So
you can't hear, you feel, yeah, exactly.
Basically, you know, he's a scumbag. You know you're a scumbag. And you
deserve
everything you get.
Exactly.
Trust me.
I don't blame you. I've had obviously not the exact same, but I think, well, it is the exact same issue with builders. So I know exactly how you feel, and it's not right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them are well out of order, aren't they, man? Like, well out of order. Trust me, I know. So
yeah, it's not right. And no, we should do everything we can to point the finger at them and go, look, don't trust these assholes. These are the wrong ones.
You know what I mean? What is it? Public justice or whatever they call it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Out him, you know what I mean?
No, but it's all good. So let's focus on the positives. You know, we've learned a lot of lessons in this time. You know, load of stuff with the Rona, racism, Black Lives Matter, everything. You know, everything's been exposed in this last 3-4 months. It's been absolutely mental.
Yeah, big time. It's a new decade, isn't it? Like, new decade, new times, bro. It's madness.
So yeah, let's get back to some positive vibes and that, and your music and that. So what's coming up? What have you got in the pipeline, Spooka?
Basically, like I said, I've just put out a single, Words of Weapons. That's a drum and bass thing with Traumatic, and I think the next thing. Actually, I don't actually know the official iTunes release. What I'm going to drop next? I've got loads of tunes. I don't know the dates. What I'm going to drop, but I've got the Corona Therapy Volume 1. What is it's basically all recorded. I'm just waiting for the mix downs. And basically what I'm going to do with this, I'm only going to do hard copies. I'm actually not going to put it online like digital. Do you know what I mean? I might release 1 or 2 tunes on iTunes, but the rest of it will be on the hard copy Corona Therapy Volume 1. And you'll be able to get that off me direct. You'll be able to grab it off my website if it's dropped by then. But if the website's not out, you can just holler me direct, man, on the Instagram or Facebook, whatever. But Corona Therapy is that's all I'm going to say that's coming at the moment. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of stuff, but Corona Therapy is what you need to just know for the moment. Yeah, Volume 1. And I've got a number 2 as well. Do you know what I mean? I've got 2 of them, at least.
Well, it'll be good to either, if we could either get you back on then when that comes out, or if you don't mind sending us just like 1 track, and then that way we can either review it between us and tell people about it. Entirely up to you. If time to come back on, whichever.
100%. I'll come back on. Do you know what I mean? I'll come back on whenever you want. Do you know what I mean? And do that. 100%. That'd be good.
Yeah, that's what we're all about. You know, we have to. I've always believed in. You know, just you have to help people out. You have to help a brother. You have to help people and try and maximize everything to in a positive way to try and promote and to help others. That's what it's all about. There's too many there's too many snakes floating about, and it's unnecessary. But look, you spoke about the merch as well. We're going to put all the links in the description below about everything what we've spoken about. So you've got the merch, you've got and you know what you were saying about the hard copy and that's actually a good idea. That's really
respect, man. I think, do you know what I mean? Obviously, everything's so digital now, digital. And again, like, I thought with just the whole Corona thing, I just thought, you know what? Let's just switch it up. Let me just hit him with the hard copies, because that's what I used to do back in the day, like strictly hard copies. And it's only in the last few years I've been doing the fully online thing. So I'm just going to go back to it, get maybe 100, 200 done up, signed copies and that, all fresh music. And yeah, man, I'm glad you like it. I'll obviously sort you out a copy of that. Do you know what I mean? So you got one, and yeah, man. But obviously, like I said, with the merch as well, that's like another, like it's taking up a lot of my like energy and time. Like it's so interesting, and like obviously clothes is one of my like passions. You know what I mean? I love clothing and I love music. Do you know what I mean? So mixing them both together is just really I don't know, man. It's just really positive, like positive vibes to me at the moment. So yeah, I just can't wait to start showing people the that's going to be on the website. Do you know what I mean?
Have you got any collaborations going up and coming with any? You know, are you collaborating with anyone coming up or?
What music wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I messaged. I actually recorded a sick tune the other day for my brother Endo, but it features me. That's a big drum and bass link up. Features me, Scammer, Traumatic, Swifter, and I think there's someone else. You know what I mean? But it's like in drum and bass, they're like big MCs. You know what I mean? So I think yeah, that's gonna be good, man. That's coming out real soon. I think I've done something with Navigator. You must know, like, the legendary Navigator.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sure me and him have got something we recorded. Off the top of my head, bruv, I think, yeah, to be fair, bruv, I've been on my OMG, do you know what I mean? My one-man gang stuff. I've just been going, like, fully in with, like, me, do you know what I mean? Like, not being rude or selfish to any, but I've just been really concentrating on me. And I find when you're... features, especially when you're organising the feature, it can take up too much time. If someone hollers me and they're like, Spooks, and I've got the tune all ripped, like ready to go, the hook's there and everything, the concept's done, can you put this down? I could do that quick, do you know what I mean? And like, that's how I've done that, the Endo tune thing, it was done quick, do you know what I mean? So that's what I know is happening. But obviously there's loads that's been done or talks about, but nothing's ever like concrete. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to talk about any of that, just the ones that I know. And yeah, I'd say that big D&B collab, like I just mentioned. And yeah, just obviously, just a lot of my man. Like I said, I can't wait to. I'm going to send you a package of bangers like after the show, and then you can tell me, what you think, because obviously I know your show's mainly targeted at sort of like, it is like an urban grind hip hop thing, innit?
Yeah.
And obviously the album that I sent you was drums, but this that I've got now is like straight like hard hip hop, grimy UK bang bang bang. Do you know? Like, I speak for myself. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I love my own music, but yeah, man, I'm sure you're gonna like it, bro. 100%.
I'll be looking forward to that. Tez, we were speaking earlier about yeah, well, you crack on. You wanted to speak to Spooka and ask him a few questions.
Yeah, it's only just a couple of questions. Obviously, I don't know how much you know about spoken word, but what are your thoughts on spoken word? And could you really class it as rap? Would you put it in the same kind of genre? Or?
Right. Firstly, I'm not too like hip on it. I don't actually know too much about it.
Sure.
Obviously, I think it's actually amazing. The stuff I've heard, like, I've heard some serious spoken word, and I'm like, bro, it's like, to me, spoken word is like battle rap. Do you know what I mean? When you listen to battle rap, like a cappella battle rap, that's, to me, is like aggressive spoken word, but it's that. And I think it's amazing because there's no music to drive it. The words have to be so powerful to make someone listen. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to carry on listening. So me personally, I highly rate spoken word. So that's my answer to the first question. And the second one would be like, I think it is super similar to rapping. Like, listen, yeah, rapping is just spoken word put into rhythm. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you break it down, it's just like what we're doing now, speaking, that's spoken word. You just put in that to a beat, rhythmically, whatever the word is, and that's the music side of it. So I just believe spoken word, rap is just under the umbrella of spoken word. I think spoken word probably would have came before rap. You think about it, they were probably doing spoken word like back in with the Incas and the pyramids and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So yeah, I think, yeah, it's just another rap's just another spin-off of Broken Word. That's sorry, Broken Word, Spoken Word. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
From what you do know about it, do you think there's room in mainstream to actually have it there?
Do you know what? Yeah, right. I think there should be room, but with the way the music business is run and society, like they were like, well, it's not making anyone drink any beers. It's not making anyone dance in the club. Right, we can't sell that. Do you know what I mean? And with spoken word, all the spoken word that I hear, it's always uplifting stuff. It's always like positive messages. Like it's always someone proper trying to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
And as you know, within music in the mainstream, they're not trying to teach anyone any lessons. The only lesson they're trying to teach is like, go and cause some trouble, go and get pissed in a club with fall in love with someone and fall out of love with someone. It's always the same narrative, do you know what I mean, in the mainstream. So I don't think they would have spoken word up there because it's too positive and uplifting. And they like to keep everything on a low vibration to control. So I believe spoken word's such a high vibration, they can't have like that, man.
See, it's funny that you've actually mentioned that part, because it's not really a group, the Streets, those are the only people that I would class that would be similar enough to spoken word. And think about it, what was one of their tracks? Dry Your Eyes, Mate. So it is quite, I totally agree.
Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, like to be fair, the way they rap is he raps is very spoken word, but obviously he's got the music behind it driving it. Do you know what I mean? So like, do you mean in a sense with the music driving the spoken word, or just the spoken word on its own?
If there was music to go with it, do you think it would be a bit more?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a different answer then. I've got a different answer for that. 100%. Like, I mean, I've been even thinking about doing a spoken word thing on one of my things, like just getting a rhythm with maybe a guitar or bass or something very minimal and just speaking, rhyming it, but speaking it. I do believe, 100%. As long as it's got some sort of melody behind it, to drive for the normal listener of music, not the person who's mainly lyric driven, the person who just likes to nod their head, you know what I mean? That person, to catch that person, you need the instrumental behind it. But I think, definitely. And you give me a really good, you've reminded me, I'm going to do a spoken word tune. I might even do it about the COVID thing, do you know what I mean?
I'd love to hear it if you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might do that.
I'm well into spoken word, and I've been writing as and when I can. So
oh, really?
Potentially I might be coming out with my own something, nothing spectacular, but I'm working on some stuff. But it's going to be a while.
Go ahead, Tez.
Heavy.
That's
heavy, man.
No, because I've always written poetry. I used to be that girl that was in the corner with a notebook writing loads of poetry. So that used to be me. So I'm slowly getting back into it.
Oh, heavy, man. Keep it up, man. Serious.
I will, thank you.
You gangster Tez, in ya?
Yeah.
Undercover gangster sitting there, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe that should be my new nickname.
Yeah, undercover gangster. No, it's been fantastic, Spooka, for coming on. So, Spooka, do you want to add anything to the show? We're going to wrap it up soon. Is there anything you want
to... No, man, I think we covered everything, basically. Like I said, I'm just fully pushing the merch at the moment. The website will be dropping ASAP Rocky. In the meantime, you can still DM me, holler me on the Instagram, holler me on my Facebook if you want anything. And man, like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but when the actual website drops, everything that I've sort of been hinted at on this interview will all be sort of revealed on the website, man. So that's all I'll say. Spooka Sonic website dropping soon. Corona Therapy 1 is coming soon, and man, you lot will be the first to hear it.
That's fantastic. Well, once again, thanks for coming on, Spooka. Really appreciate it. And anybody who's watching, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel if you must. And you can find us on all platforms, on iTunes, Spotify, and obviously YouTube. So that's fantastic. So a big thanks to Spooka. All the information, what we've spoke about, will be in the description below. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Tez, thank you for joining us. as you do every week.
Oh, yeah, I try.
Well, you're the one who does all the work, really. I just chat.
Yeah. Actually, yes, that is true. That is true.
You're my editing guru. You are. Yeah. She's. I tell you, I don't know. If it was down to me, it'll be unedited. It'll be. But
she's good, man. She's good. She's good.
So yeah, okay, guys, you take care, and we'll be back same time. Well, sort of same time. Listen, before we go, right? We were speaking about earlier on, Tez. We forgot to mention that you was creeped out and weirded out. I'm really intrigued. What was you weirded out about, Tez? What's all that about?
Yeah, so I got an Amazon delivery with my stuff that I ordered, and then I also got an item that I didn't order. I had my name and address on it, and spoke to Amazon, and apparently it's a gift from someone. It's women's lace suspenders.
Jesus Christ.
No, really?
Nobody that I know would dream about sending me that, and nobody else has my address, so I don't know who it was.
Chris, was it you, bro?
No, it wasn't me.
Not even Chris has my address, so
I ain't even got her address anyway. Hey.
So, like I say, it is, don't get me wrong.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely hilarious, but at the same time, it's a bit worrying because who the sends that?
Maybe you've got a stalker, Tez.
Please don't. I can't handle like.
Maybe it's one of our few subscribers who have tracked you down.
I don't know how, because I've made sure that I'm as private as it can be when it comes to all this kind of stuff.
It's not me, all right?
That's some madness.
That's funny.
So a little bit worrying.
Well, anyway, let's hope you don't get any more gifts, Tez.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. Big thanks to Spooka. Big thanks to Tez. Until then, peace out.
Catch you later.
Bless.
OMG, stay true to the fam. In the booth, you can't do what I can.